Hi, this is Sarah Smith. Thanks to Chris Upton and a Freethinkers Corner in Dover, New Hampshire for sponsoring this panel on pathways to publication. There's a very funny book, The Usual Path to Publication, about how 21 different writers first got published. One unlikely story after another. Here's mine. When I was a baby graduate student in English, I read an undergraduate thesis on Victorian cemeteries. It was brilliant and so much fun I made friends with him. His name was Michael McDowell. Yeah, Michael McDowell, who wrote Beetlejuice. When I was shopping my first book, I asked Michael if I could talk to his agent. And Jane became my agent and sold my first novel to Valentine. My first 5 novels were published there and at Simon & Schuster. Traditional publishing was great for me. I made a lot of friends. I got wonderful support from editors, designers, marketers. The advances got to be pretty good. Foreign sales were nice. I've been published in 14 languages. 2 of the books were New York Times notables. 1 won the Agatha. They reached a number of bestseller lists, and that was cool. And I'm especially grateful for the Agatha, which is a reader-voted award. Because the stories aren't anything until someone reads them. I had a reader come up to me after reading Chasing Shakespeare's. She had read the book 3 times, and she said, "Now I want to be a literary historian." Someone said about The Other Side of Dark, I needed to have the story told and I didn't know it. After reading The Vanished Child, a friend of mine confessed a murder to me and said, "This book made me feel I wasn't alone." The best thing that can ever happen to me as a writer is to know that the stories have reached out past me and reached you. That made it easier for me to think about independent publication. My 6th book is about a woman in 1912, a woman who always thought she was white, who discovers that her grandfather may be part black. As I was working on the book, I realized that the woman had to be one of my major series characters. I swallowed, okay. I said, that's the story I've got, that's the story I'm writing, and I worked hard to do it right. It was impossible to sell. 2 really good agents tried. We could not sell this book. My agent and I finally got together and he said, "No, I make most of my money out of selling film rights." And we agreed that we should just get the book out, publish it independently. And it was like suddenly the entire world said, "Yes, you should do this," and helped to make it happen. Indie publishing is not that hard. It takes time. There's a big learning curve. I had to learn about cover art, interior design, publicity, marketing. I'm still learning. But the end result was that on April 15th this year, I could publish Crimes and Survivors, about a disaster that affected everybody. I called it Titanic. And about how much Black Lives Matter, how much racism hurts in any year, 2020 or 1912. And the response, readers have been writing me about how much the book means to them, how much they needed it, how much they wanted it. For me, independent publishing has been a gift that let me give this story away. So what I know about paths to publication: get to know Michael McDowell when he's 20. Be incredibly lucky. I have been so lucky in my friends, my colleagues in the industry, editors, publishers, designers, and booksellers, fellow writers. I'm incredibly lucky to know some of you who read and like the stories. And it doesn't matter how you get published. It matters that you do get published, that the story you have gets to the readers who need it. I hope to see you all during the panel. If you'd like to know how to format your books for independent publication, I have a guide to that because I had to figure out how to do it as I was doing it. Write me care of my website, www.sarahsmith.com. freethinker.com. You can read funny stories about my books, and you can order any of them, perhaps through the IndieBound link to a Freethinkers Corner. Happy reading, happy publishing, and stay safe.